Hey everyone, Jerry with Vinci Digital. We are a digital marketing agency that helps brands create more measurable and sustainable opportunities for growth in their business. If you're an established business, this video is definitely for you. Today, I want to talk to you about your brand. Established brands often don't take the time to pop the hood and make sure everything is still working like it should. Some established brands haven't really established the core values and essence for what the brand stands for, even years after its inception. So today we're going to talk about the 9 telltale signs your brand needs a facelift. You might have a strong product or service, but still seem to struggle when it comes to marketing if your brand isn't solid. Branding and what is readily accepted or expected from your brand continues to change and evolve. So even if your brand started strong, it doesn't mean it's aging well. And if you're unsure if it's time for a brand revision or refuse to dust the cobwebs off the brand because it's always worked for you, then your old as dirt brand is probably fucked. Here are 9 signs your brand probably needs a facelift. So number 1, your look and services don't align. What you offer should go hand in hand with how your brand looks to your audience. Your logo, colors, fonts, images, and messaging all give off vibes about your company and what you offer. If your brand falls short, there will undoubtedly be a disconnect that can hurt your ability to convert visitors and followers into paying customers. Updating your look to align your brand with the value you offer will help make a better first impression with your ideal customers. Number 2, you're changing directions. Over time, companies change and their brands need to change with them. If your company is shifting or has shifted goals or is changing markets, you probably need to update your branding. Sometimes branding changes happen slowly over the years, so if your company is not where it was back when the brand was first created, it's probably time for an upgrade. Does or will the brand still resonate with a new audience? Number 3, just like number 2, your audience has changed or expanded. As you grow, you may choose to target different audiences or grow to reach new ones, while also letting some old audiences go. Your brand should be in line with what attracts and motivates your audience. You need a brand that creates a sense of trust, camaraderie, and excitement from your audience. People buy from brands that they connect with on a deeper level. They want to be a part of the story and align with a brand that means something to them. If your branding was made with a different audience in mind, then it's time to reconsider your approach. Number 4, it's hard to tell your brand from the competitor. This is all too common today for established brands as there is a continuous influx of new competitors in most markets. And maybe, since you're the established brand, other competitors came into the space and tried to model their approach after yours. Or maybe when you established your brand, you didn't really do a lot of brand research before choosing your look. A brand means more to your business over time than it does when you're just starting out. Your brand carries a meaningful story and reputation with it as it ages, so it's critical to revisit it often. Your industry or audience may have changed, and the last thing you want to do is create brand confusion and get lumped in with another company. Struggling to differentiate your brand can and will impact sales. Are you a leader or just a knockoff version of something else? You decide. Number 5, your look is amateur or follows old trends. Growing a brand from the ground up is hard. When most businesses begin, they usually don't have a lot of cash to invest into an initial brand. This might mean hiring an amateur or going to an overseas vendor who charges pennies on the dollar and delivers fast, cheap work but lacks in professionalism and quality. Maybe you had a friend or a relative create something. Haven't you heard? Everyone is a designer these days. It's easy. A professional brand can help you create a more timeless look that won't need a major overhaul in the next few years. Overhauling your look is inevitable though. And just think about every major brand you buy from today and think about how many of them have revamped their look or even just their messaging multiple times over the years. Brands that evolve thrive. Number 6, you aren't drawing a crowd. Does your brand do anything to attract people to your organization, or do their eyes glaze over when they see it coming? Business branding is a commodity and an asset for your organization when done correctly. Brands should inspire confidence, encourage loyalty, and help generate sales. Why do people gravitate towards Starbucks or Apple over their competitors? Top brands are sought after not only because of the products they sell, but because of how the brand and visuals they use make people feel. A brand is about feeling just as much as it is about visuals. Number 7, it's been years since a refresh. A clear indicator of an old brand is quite literally age itself. If you created your company years ago, you probably need to update your look. Vinci Digital was established in 2004, and we've revamped our brand and name at least 4 to 5 times in the last 18 years. Over time, it's very hard to keep your look cohesive. For example, you might have started your company before websites were popular or even a thing, and social media was non-existent or not so much a business tool like it is today. New platforms and ways of delivering your message to the masses probably means you've added new content and visuals that differ slightly from your original look. A brand refresh can help align the look and feel of the brand everywhere so it's not so disconnected. And number 8, you don't have a cohesive brand. Is your brand image confusing and scattered? If you have a lot of different things going on at different customer touchpoints, then it might be time for a refresh. Your messaging, imagery, logo, and deliverables should be the same or similar across every platform. If your brand ages, it can be hard to keep it focused over time, especially if you've never had clear brand guidelines to start with. And lastly, number 9, your current look is boxing you in. Does the current brand look make you feel trapped? Certain branding restrictions make it hard to think outside the box. Maybe you want a more eye-catching color to add a pop to your packaging, or a font that isn't so hard to read that people often mispronounce the name of your company. Maybe your logo is too complicated to look good on an app icon or on a smaller screen, or maybe the logo doesn't look good on social media profiles since many old logos are horizontal, but social profile images are usually square. So if your logo is making you feel this way, your overall marketing is probably not too far behind. Hey, we covered a lot of ground today, and I hope you understand a bit more about some clear signs for why you might want to consider a brand refresh. Branding is an evolutionary process. Businesses today have a lot of pressure to deliver a cohesive brand message, look, and feel that resonates with your core audience and makes them want to invest in your products and services. Businesses are expected to show up with a great deal of transparency and integrity and proudly represent the values and beliefs that matter to them. Focus on creating a brand that offers value and solves a problem for its core audience. If you want to learn more about the telltale signs your brand might need a refresh, definitely check out the latest article on the Vinci blog. If you're interested in digging deeper into your brand and whether or not you need a brand refresh, feel free to send us a message or leave a comment below this video. We'd be happy to dig into your brand and your marketing to see how we can help you add more value and appeal to your target markets. And remember, Vinci Digital has helped hundreds of brands create more opportunities for growth in their business. Are you next? Thanks for hanging out with me today, everyone. I'll chat with you again soon.